Hey troops, GeneralJSmith here, back with another showcase. This time I'm showcasing Commander Fox from Clone Army Customs. My two previous showcases have gone on for about 10 minutes, which I think is a bit long for a showcase about one minifigure. Therefore, I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet. Commander Fox then is a fairly new minifigure from Clone Army Customs, and I kind of just start by saying the printing is immaculate. I mean, personally, red is my favorite color, if you can't tell from other videos I've made. But despite the fact that I love the design of the trooper just as a trooper in Star Wars, I still do love the printing and different designs on him. Absolutely one of the best minifigures they've come out with, despite the fact that I've said that about the last two minifigures I've showcased. So, Commander Fox, otherwise known as CC-1010, is the leader of the Coruscant Guard on, as you may have guessed, Coruscant, which is the main planet and the capital of the Republic. To my knowledge, I don't believe he has a Jedi General, unlike the majority of other clones such as Wolf or Fox, sorry not Fox, or Bly or other troopers. He doesn't have a Jedi leading him, rather he just answers directly to Chancellor Palpatine, so he is quite highly ranked, and of course he is a commander, but in terms of even compared to other commanders, he is very highly ranked within the Republic. So we're going to try and get started off. We've got a very, very nice printing all around his body, but let's just get started now and move on to his legs. His legs are nicely detailed, of course with the red there going well with the red along his body and helmet. The red does continue all the way around, although you can't see it incredibly well because of course the waistcoat there. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to maneuver so you can see it. Is that good? I don't know. But the point is, you can see the red just go around all his legs, which is a very nice touch. Of course, the knee pads are red, and you've got a few sort of white sort of lines there, which go well. One thing I will say as well, you may have noticed on Lego minifigures, if they try to put red on, or if they try to put white on red, if you know what I mean, like a lighter color on a darker color, normally the darker color will show up a bit, so it won't fully look white or just look kind of pinky. Fortunately, though, Clone Army Customs has done something so it does look properly white there, rather than just like a sort of pink type deal, which is very nice. Not much to say about the legs though. Of course, I did buy it with a waistcoat, which is accurate. As I said in my previous showcase, I don't know why a lot of these waistcoats are being weathered quite easily. I haven't particularly done anything with it other than just putting it on the actual waist, so I don't really know the reason why they're being weathered so easily. It's a little annoying, but nonetheless, you know, it's not the biggest deal in the world. I guess it just gives it more of a sort of action-packed feel, I suppose, if you're going to go for that type of thing. Overall, though, the legs are very nice additions. Well, I say additions as if you weren't going to put them on. You know, it'd be funny not to have legs at all. Nonetheless, let's go now and move on to the torso. The torso is a very nice design. I just want to say, I'm not entirely sure how it may appear on YouTube, but on the camera, it looks a bit darker than it actually looks in person. I don't entirely know what the reason is for that, but in actual fact, it is a fairly bright red, which I do enjoy. That being said, though, it is a kind of dark, bright red, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. The arms then, as I've said in a few showcases, are, in my opinion, one of the best parts about Clone Army Customs, because of course Lego doesn't do them nearly as detailed. The arms then are very nice. You've got the white shoulder pads there, as well as some other detailing around there. I can't really tell you specifically what this sort of detailing is, but you know, we've got the Coruscant symbol there. We've actually seen this in previous things, such as if I compare it to, this is, of course, Lego's Commander Fox. You can see the sort of Coruscant symbol on his chest and also on, you know, on this arm. Very nice. But yeah, we've got sort of the lines going down there. Overall, not a massive amount. A lot of people like to call this guy Commander Thorn. He's not Commander Thorn. There are a few significant differences, one of which, in this one, the sort of stomach type area is red, whereas the chest is white. It's complete opposite on Thorn, I believe, whereas the chest is red and the stomach type area is white. So it's just a few little differences. I know he does look quite similar to Commander Thorn, but he is a different minifigure. The back printing is very nice as well, in my opinion. Very, very good. Not a massive amount to say there, but I suppose I would say it's the best printing we've had so far, but again, of course, not much, and I'm just a bit of a sucker for red, because red's my favourite colour, so yeah. But yeah, as I've said, and I probably say this with all the minifigures, it doesn't come with the com link, which is a little unfortunate, but nonetheless, nice to have one, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. Still very, very nice, and a good addition. Of course, it goes very well with the rest of the minifigure, and is very accurate to the actual Clone Wars thing, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's now move on to the main part of any minifigure, as I've said a few times, the helmet. The helmet is very nicely printed. I'm just going to take off this black sun visor here. This black sun visor, as I showed in the Commander Cody showcase, does not have to go in those holes. That is a very nice feature in my opinion. I like the way you can put an antenna or a rangefinder or whatever, as well as this antenna. That's a very nice feature I do enjoy. I'm just going to take him off because actually when I put it on, it does, like, that blacken, is that a word? I don't know, darken the entire helmet here. You can barely see it nonetheless. Moving on then, we've got the printing round here, looking very nice indeed. In my personal opinion though, it does look quite weird without the visor on. I don't know why, it just looks a bit odd. Kind of looks like a reverse shock trooper. But nonetheless, very nice. I've said quite a few times now, haven't I? But yeah, of course, the entire helmet is predominantly red. And of course, the entire minifigure is predominantly red, but like, there's very little white when I really think about it. There's a few sort of white lines going around here, but predominantly it is red everywhere. So, very nice, of course. Just if you're curious, I bought it with a black head, as I bought all my minifigures with a black head. And the fin there is white, so that's very nice as well. He doesn't come with any shoulder pads or any sort of pauldrons or anything like that because, well, that's just not accurate. I mean, I think you can buy him with that separately from Clone Customs, but you don't have to. You know, it's kind of an add-on if you want to pay more. I personally didn't because I like my minifigures to be as accurate as possible. Very nice minifigures, I've said. All around, great minifigure. I mean, of course, as I've said, I'm a sucker for red, even though a lot of people seem to not like this particular character because, spoiler alert, I suppose he did kill fives and just overall was not... He hasn't had the best track record in terms of, you know, doing the best thing for the fans. But nonetheless, I still like him because he's red and I think he looks badass. And as a fact, for a long time before I started this channel, I was going to have him as my mascot in terms of, like, he was going to be my avatar. But then I thought I would be a little more unique. So, hence why my minifigure, if I could just pick him up, my minifigure is predominantly red as well. The moment is a slightly darker red. But he does have the old Commander Fox printing, so yeah. Anyway, that's it. Let's now go and conclude my showcase of Commander Fox. While Commander Fox is definitely not one of the most popular troopers, I would definitely say he has one of the best color schemes. As I've said about a million times already, red is my favorite color, and for many years, until I'd actually watched the Clone Wars, until I knew any of the personality, he was my favorite trooper because I just thought he looked the coolest and he was the most badass. So yeah, I'm very glad I eventually got him because even though he's, let's just say, got a debatable track record in terms of hunting down Ahsoka and killing fives, both of which are characters that many people liked, other than that, I think he still does look really badass, and I'm glad I got him in the end because he's a very, very nice looking trooper. Now, he retails for about $30 on Clone Customs, and it can go for a little more if you want to buy extra accessories, including weapons and other little things, but let's just say $30, which translates to about £22. I'm just going to do a quick comparison between the Lego one. This Lego one retails on eBay for roughly £15 or more, maybe a little less, but really not a whole lot less. £15 is probably the sort of point you should be really looking at. I mean, so that's pretty expensive. I mean, as I said, just with Commander Wolf, the same sort of thing, the Lego minifigure, because we only got him in one set. In fact, the set we got this minifigure in was an exclusive to Target, I believe. It was like a probably rare set. So he is quite valuable, even if he's not the best. By the way, he didn't come with a red visor. I just put it on because I thought it looked better. But anyway, on Bricklink, he retails for about £13 as well. Again, though, that is not including postage, so it may be quite a lot as well. So overall, this one is £10, actually probably less than that, 8 or pounds more than this minifigure. And considering this is phase 2, where this is phase 1, I'm going to say absolutely I'd recommend this minifigure. I feel that's sort of a trend that's going to be happening with a lot of the minifigures I do from Clone Customs, but I do very much recommend this minifigure, even if it's a little more expensive, because the printing, very, very nice. The printing, by the way, in terms, I mean, not just different, but like the actual color, Lego is just slightly darker. I do believe this one is more accurate, so I don't entirely know what Lego is thinking when they put a slightly darker color here, although for a long time I thought this was more accurate, so, you know, nonetheless, that's my comparison. These two, very nice minifigure, and I do recommend him. Leader of the Coruscant Guard, and I believe one of the very few clones in the Star Wars universe which doesn't actually have a General, but answers specifically to the Chancellor. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching this showcase. I hope you did enjoy it. Pick him up if you can. I suppose he's not my favorite minifigure. I mean, as I said in my previous showcases, I'd recommend Cody or Rex or Wolf or maybe Fives above him just because they are more prominent in the Clone Wars. But if you do want to complete your collection, if you want to get like a sort of almost bulk order, if you will, of different commanders, he is definitely going to be up there. He's much more popular than some other ones. Say, I don't know, I think he's more popular than, say, like Bly or I don't know, Neo or Bakara. You know, so he's definitely not completely unknown. He has been in some episodes, just not a whole lot. Anyway, that is it to my showcase. I hope you enjoyed it, and leave down in the comments any of your suggestions. Are you going to pick him up? Would you pick him up for £22? You know, all that stuff. Thank you for watching, as I've said 3 times, and I will see you in my next showcase, which will be of Commander Bly, actually, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching for the 4th time, and I will see you next time. Bye, troops. This time I have got... Hey troops, GeneralJSmith here, back... comparisons and reviews of those went on for longer than 10. Oh god, comparisons and reviews of showcases. What? Oh, damn. While Commander Fox is definitely not one of the most main troops, oh, for God's sake,